What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning into the Superhuman Garden YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a full garden tour. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot that, I have to do as far as weeding goes, but I've been putting so much time into expanding the yard into an actual garden, full garden. So please excuse any weeds that you see. Just understand that there's a lot of manual labor going on. And I've just been taking it day by day. So starting with the first part, you can see this is a new part of the garden here. We put a little pond in here, and everything you see is material, recycled material, right? You can see we got a little stairs that's carved in here with some recycled wood that we've had laying around the yard. What's kind of surrounding the pond here is just different logs that I've been able to recycle. So I wanted to create an environment that would also bring a little bit of wildlife in here as well. You can see that we've got fern up in here. We've got a little water pump, waterfall system here. I've got to take some of the water out. Got a bench here. We've got one of those, I don't know what you call them, pergolas. I don't know how you say it, but we've got one of those things. We got flowers back here. Different bush varieties that flower around here, tropical plants. In the back, we've got my wife's lemon balm here, so she's got a ton of that. So let's take a look at everything else. So you can see that I've been building a little pathway going through here, and you can see where the food is. You can see some weeds. You can see a little bird bath here. We've got collards, so we'll take a look at all of that. But in the meantime, we'll start with this section here, which is gonna be a vine. So this is gonna vine all the way up along here, and it's gonna go across, okay? You can see we've got many rose bushes here, and they're gonna grow to be about 2 feet tall as far as height goes. This particular section here is going to be natives. So all the plants you see are native to where I am, which is Indiana. And then in this section here is just going to be kind of random plants that grow back every year. All right. You can see we've also got corn growing along here. The winds have been very high, so this is a bit of debris I got to pick up, but you can see the corn is looking good. And we've got corn growing throughout this entire garden. So we've got corn growing here. We've got corn growing leading up on the east side of the house. So this is one of those corn states. So Indiana, they say you can't have a garden without corn. So we got that. You guys probably know about the herbs we got. We've got oregano growing here. We've got chives. And I'm trying to label it because I'm gonna have classes for kids to come and look at the different plants, the different things that grow natively, crops. So we're starting to label everything off. So mint, more lemon balm, tree collards. The insects have been loving those, so I'm not really worried about those because we got so many other tree collards growing. But sage, it's going to seed. We got more mint growing in here, spearmint, parsley. We've got pumpkin growing in here. And I know a lot of you asked me about, and was I worried about the mint growing back? No, I'm gonna show you a tool that I use to kind of wipe them out. And I've only had to do it once this year. And keep in mind, those mint have been there for maybe about 1.5 years. So yeah, they do spread, but with this tool that I'm gonna show you, it just clears them out one time, and I don't have to worry about it until the next season. Okay, so coming back along this path that I'm working on, you can see that we've got hostas, and I've got them behind some netting because the sun has really beat them up. And I actually grabbed these hostas yesterday from another part of the yard, and I just figured it'd do better over here because it doesn't get as much sunlight. All right. So now let's look at some of the collards that are starting to take off here. And you guys are really gonna love the tree collards that we have, and one plant in particular. So you can see we've got the collards, you know, looking pretty good. Can't wait to eat these. You can see the kale's looking good up in here. We've got cabbages, and we've been harvesting cabbages like crazy. Here's another one, maybe another couple days away. I mean, that's gonna be a nice one there. More kale, more cabbage, more cabbage. You can see our watermelon are starting to run a little bit here. I'm expecting maybe next month to start to get a harvest there. You can see we've got onion that we planted last year going to seed. I don't know if you can see that, but those are going to seed. All right. You see Swiss chard in there. We've got okra starting to grow. There you go. More okra in there. So we've got different spots of okra growing. Rhubarb. Alright, rhubarb is looking alright. We've got lettuce growing here. And this one was kind of a late bloomer, but hey, it's starting to look good now. More lettuce here. All right, so as we look at the rest here, we've got thyme growing here. We've got lettuce growing here. Some peppers growing in there. More cabbage. Swiss chard, more cabbage. And you can see that those are holes in there, something's eating it up, but see, this is why you grow a lot of cabbage. That way you don't have to worry about that. This one I would say we'll probably harvest it, let me see, probably tomorrow. It's nice and stiff and it's not gonna get any bigger. So this one here looks to be maybe another 10 days away. You can see we've got our Swiss chard in the crop as well. All right. And that's kind of what we've got going in this section. We've got different variety of kale growing in here. Got carrots, as you can see. Focus that in. Carrots growing all throughout this row here. So we've got a lot going on in the garden here. Now, as we come to the other side, we have cucumber starting to grow. You see, little cucumber starting to grow all along the edges here. All right. So what do you guys think of the new sections that we have? Here's another new section that we have. When you come out the deck here, the patio, on the back patio, we've got a flower garden here. Starting to weed up a little bit, so I got some cleaning up to do in here. But as far as the food goes, we've got pepper growing here. All right, tomato, little cherry tomatoes growing here. And we've got that growing all throughout this section here. Intercropped with some flower. And we've got some tree collards growing here. Got the little kitty that holds the garden down in here. All right, more peppers growing in here. Tomato, flower, marigolds. These are good if you've got rodents, but we don't have to worry about those because the cats keep those, keep them intact. So we make our way to the east side of the backyard here, you can see we've got corn, more corn growing here. We've got sunflower growing here. And let's take a look in here. We've got some, focus that there, cauliflower starting to grow. Sunflowers are starting to get pretty tall, so I'd say they're maybe about 5 feet high. Tomatoes, these are gonna be the yellow pear tomatoes, so those are really good. Those in addition to the cherry tomatoes, are the only variety we're growing this year. We've got sunflower starting to bloom here. And this section, we got some weeds. I'll clear those out, but I'm gonna start this week on building a greenhouse, a bigger greenhouse than the one we have on the west end of the backyard. So again, I've been so busy, building these new sections that I haven't really, I weeded. We also have our second daughter that was born on June 4th. So that's another reason why I have not been able to get to those weeds as much as I would like. All right. Apple tree, no apples this year. Peach tree, no peaches this year. But strawberries have been off the hook. They're starting to die back because it's been pretty hot, but I'm gonna try to get more to pump out as the fall is starting to come in. All right. So I'll be starting to fertilize those again. I want another round of those. Corn. So I'd say this corn is about, let's see, probably about 6 feet tall. So we've got about 30 corn plants over here. Got more cabbages, another tomato here, just to kind of see how they would do. Now, guys, remember this is our banana section, and it's looking like we may get some bananas this year, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. This is the tree collar I was telling you guys about. Look at that, that's beautiful. And this is the tool that I was telling you guys that I've been clearing the herbs out with. And I only have to do that one time because it really gets in those roots and disrupt those mint and, oregano that can be very invasive. And again, where I have it planted, only have to do it one time. And that was maybe a few months ago. They haven't came back. So we work our way around here. This banana plant was a sucker to this one here. So it looks like we got another one growing there, but I separated this one and now it's going to start to really grow. And this banana plant here, this sucker grew off of this one, so I separated it, and it's starting to grow pretty nicely. And again, this one is a sucker from that one, and I'm expecting this one to do big things as well. Okay, so I've got a lot going on in the garden, a lot to take care of. Okay, now the front of the house, we've got not a lot special, but you can see nice Swiss chard intercrop with our little landscaping and cabbages in the front yard. So that's what we've got going on. Again, like I said, a lot of manual labor has been going on for me. So, it's been good exercise. It's been good to feed the family. And we'll continue to keep you guys up to date on what we're doing. But I'm really proud of the way things are shaping out. I don't know if you guys remember, but none of this was grass over here. This entire section, all of this was a deck. I don't know if you remember, but we got grass growing for the kids to kind of run around. You know, this section here, I'm loving this. We really like to hang out here at night. This is something that I'm working on as well. Got some custom benches we're working on. But overall, this is how the garden is looking, guys. A lot going on. Like I said, a lot that's been expanded. A lot of wildlife coming through here. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know how things are going for you. Till next time, guys. Hope things are going good. Peace.